Hello and welcome. So, today we're going to dive into a really simple, but honestly an incredibly powerful story. It's all about a student, a teacher, and a single math problem. But you'll see the lesson it holds is about so much more than just numbers.
So it all starts with this one statement that I think so many of us have felt before. A student, just completely frustrated, goes up to his teacher and says, "Sir, math is not for me." It's that moment, right? That feeling of hitting a wall. That thought of, I just can't do this. And really, this isn't just about math, is it? I mean, it's the exact same fear we face when we're trying to learn a new language, or master an instrument, or tackle any kind of complex challenge. It's that universal voice of doubt that just tells us, hey, maybe you should just give up.
But here's where things get interesting. Instead of offering a typical solution or another formula, the teacher does something, well, something completely unexpected. His advice is really where this story takes a fascinating turn.
He just smiles calmly, writes a single question up on the board, and then gives the student a very, very strange piece of advice. He doesn't say, you need to try harder, or here, let me show you how. His approach is just entirely different. He tells the student, don't solve it. Just befriend it. Now think about that for a second. What's so interesting here is the total shift in perspective. The goal isn't about conquest. It's about companionship. It's not about finding the answer right away, but just getting familiar with the question itself.
And so the student's journey begins. And this wasn't some quick fix, it was a daily process, a quiet commitment to just sitting with the problem.
As you can see here, his days just fell into this cycle. He'd look at the problem, then he'd feel a little flicker of understanding, but that would quickly turn into confusion. He'd give up for a moment, but then something would just pull him back to try again. Sees, understands, gets confused, gives up, tries again. Just over and over.
And the crucial point here is the time this took. This wasn't for one afternoon. For many, many days, the student simply repeated this process, spending time with the problem without any pressure of having to solve it right then and there.
Then, after all that time, something finally happened. But the breakthrough? Well, it wasn't what you might expect at all. One day, after all that patient observation, the answer, it didn't just pop into his head. There was no sudden eureka moment where a number just appeared out of nowhere.
Instead, something far more profound happened. Understanding arrived. See, he didn't just find the solution. He actually grasped the why behind it. He saw the structure, the logic, the whole nature of this problem he had spent so much time with. And this is where we get to the absolute heart of the story. The student's breakthrough finally reveals the true lesson that the teacher was trying to share from the very beginning.
The teacher explains this profound truth. In math, understanding wins, not the answer. I mean, anyone can be given an answer, right? But the real victory, that comes from the deep comprehension you earn through patience and just sticking with it.
And this comparison just illustrates the complete transformation in the student's mindset perfectly. He started from a place of defeat, totally convinced he wasn't cut out for it. He ended up realizing that math, and probably any difficult skill, doesn't require you to be some kind of genius. What it was really asking for was his time, his persistence, and his patience.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? Well, it's the simple idea that real learning, it's a process, it's not a race. It shows us that patience is the very key that unlocks genuine understanding. This whole idea of befriending a challenge is so much more rewarding than just trying to conquer it. And maybe most importantly, this principle applies to everything, way, way beyond a math problem on a blackboard.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. What challenge are you facing right now? What's the unsolvable problem that's sitting on your own personal blackboard? Maybe the answer isn't to fight it harder, but to simply sit with it, to get to know it, and to give it the gift of your patience. So what problem in your life is asking you to befriend it?